consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar.
His eyes look all screwed up, like he's not looking in the right direction.
You jest, but they've been able to avoid identification for years. They're obviously well-funded, driven, and patient. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency.
There you go.
Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Gajal lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gulamai. Gulamai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions. Arengoth was a fool to think he could get away with this. Yeah, you'd think.
Need something?
I can't believe Gulamai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last scepter. Trouble. He's one of... You're going to have to buy him off. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gulamai, I'm glad to see you're embracing our methods.
Hi, kitty.
It would be a waste to lose
baby?
a contact at the East Empire Company before we had the entire story. Just keep on Gulamai's tail, and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot.
Oh, I should post this. Give me just a second. There we go.
You're a thief. The cut he's supposed to provide the guild has dwindled as of late. He says pickings in the warehouse are slim, but I'm certain he's lying. Keep your eyes on him. He's quite crafty. Just head right back to the guild and get the... If you discover Gulamai's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. Gulamai works in... That means he has the pick of the list. He isn't exactly in the guild, but he pays us a cut of all the stuff he lifts from the warehouse. The merchant, the Emperor himself supposedly backs them, which means they have fairly unlimited resources, so don't get their feathers in a ruffle. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gulamai alive.
Alright, so now I gotta go back to Solitude, where I am a wanted man for 1,500 gold pieces. 1,500 septums.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today?
No doubt about it. The Thieves Guild is back. They've gone rifted.
If you're looking for a handout, do you want to speak with...
I don't think they're supposed to say that line of dialogue about the Thieves Guild being back until I get done with this
Need a ride?
quest line, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Where is Riften in regards to Solitude? Quite a ways away. How much money do I have? I have 11.50 something.
I can take you to any of the hold cap. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Go to Solitude.
Solitude's
Hey,
famous
what's
for
going on,
Charles
Mark?
College.
How you doing?
Worth a visit if you've never been. Some of them can seem...
Stop. In the name of the Yar.
No. No, I will not stop.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
Shit.
Smart.
Fine. Yeah, that's better than not being all right, I guess. I don't know. I kind of skate by it all right most of the time too. Let's see. Talk to this guy.
So, what do... By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. I don't deal in... Oh, wait. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal. I don't care what you promise. If I tell you the buyer's name and word gets around, it can ruin me. Well, I have a buy. Bring it to me, and we'll talk about Golden Glow Estate.
Hey, what's going on, Heston? That's right, it's another late night with Lunaris. Better, much better than an early morning, trust me. I'm not much of a morning person. Unless my cat says I have to be, then I don't really have a choice, because she just kind of wakes me up and doesn't care about my sleep patterns. Isn't that right, you little witch? Huh? See ya.
News? The Emperor has been murdered, right here in Skyrim. By the gods, if the Dark Brotherhood can do that, nobody's safe.
By the gods, the Emperor's been murdered. On his own ship. Moored in the Indian.
The Emperor's been murdered on his own ship. Alright, Sleepy. I will do that. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I've got my posture okay. I kind of messed up my back the other night. Ugh. see here. So how you doing tonight, Sleepy? How's it going, man?
You know you can afford a septim or two.
Ah, good. Here, take this. I certainly... Not at all. As far as gold... I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my... I brought in the coin and walked away. Not at all. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed. In this business, we rarely deal in... Look. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way. Why are you following me? I told you I don't know anything else.
Yeah, I've got a pretty solid PC, and pretty speedy internet, so streaming in 1080 and 60 frames a second isn't too difficult for me. For most games. I'm sure there are quite a few that will push my processor pretty hard, but I haven't found them yet. Trying to remember exactly what is in my machine
about you, Ed, the Dark Brother.
at this point. And I can't quite remember. I want to say I have an i7. I have an Intel i7. It's either 4970K or 4790K. And then I have a GTX 10, or no, a GTX 980, and NVIDIA graphics card, and a like 5 terabytes of hard drive space, 16 gigs of DDR 4 memory, I think, and then about 500 megabytes of flash, or of solid state drive space. So it can handle most games pretty well. The only problems I really run into is when there are games that haven't been optimized very well for PC. But those tend to run poorly no matter what kind of machine you have. You should be able to tell the stray dog to go home, and it'll go back to wherever you found it, Mark.
I take care of the horses, and the goats, and the chickens, and the garden.
Yeah, they're pretty powerful. I don't feel like I should have to upgrade my PC another 3 years at least, I don't think, to keep it, I don't know, to keep it at this price point, and still get more, or plenty of value.
You talk to Ed Brothers. Deja has no words for you.
That's kind of the way it goes with PCs, though. If you can wait, 3 to 4 years, sometimes 2 to 3.
Look, a beachy woman had a bodyguard. I know it's terrible she got murdered at her own wedding. The city guard is hard to
But
blame.
yeah, if you can wait for that few years, it makes it easier to get a much more powerful PC than the one you would currently have at the time for the same price point. Oh no, go down to nowhere. This is nowhere near necessary, but I'm gonna do it anyway just because they get in the way constantly. So bug it. I wouldn't delete your progress in Skyrim. Like I said, you can always tell the dog to go home. And he'll quit following you around. There's one dog that you find in Skyrim who's part of a Daedric questline. And he'll follow you around for a while. As part of a Daedric weapon or Daedric artifact questline. Okay, I'll see you in I'll see you when you get back, Sleepy. There is something I can get while I'm here. It's like a map of the East Empire Company or something, or their trade routes. Hey, what's going on, Hipster Fox? That? What's this? It's all troll fat. Not a bad thing to take, but not really necessary. Alright, Mark. Have a good one, buddy. Hey, what's going on, Jay? Let's see here. Gonna have to sneak up on these guys. Try not to cause too much of a commotion. I don't think it's gonna be possible not to, but we'll try. Just waking up. Well, welcome back to the world of the waking, and welcome to the stream, good sir. That was some bullshit. Well, we might as well let him kill him. We might as well let him kill us and reload the area.
Eat something.
Hey, Mazolft. What's going on? Alright, let's try that again. Two. Then we'll go. Potions. Lotus extract. Then we'll go potions, poison of slow. Hit hit that guy hard. What level am I? I am level 14, I think. 14 or 15? Level 15, almost 16. Creep our way around these spiders, or at least try to. Yeah, I've done so many new characters and not really finished. Not really finished anything. It's kind of ridiculous. Hey, Mizolft, what are you putting into the chat there? What is that? Well, that sucks.
I'll rip your heart out.
How do I keep getting... What you think, asshole? But yeah, I've started a lot of characters and not finished for one reason or another. No reason in particular. Sometimes I just get bored. Because I play Like, when I play games like this, I play the hell out of them. You know what I mean? I'll play, like, 5 or 6 hours a night for an entire month. And, like, if I haven't at that point blazed through all the content and I'm just kind of dicking around, because I have bad completions, like I have bad completionist tendencies when it comes to playing games and stuff like this. So I get sidetracked really easily by trying to 100% everything, and I get burnt out. But yeah, so I tend to burn myself out of things by accident, just because I play so much. I did the exact same thing with Destiny about a month ago, because for about 3 or 4 months, maybe longer, I was playing Destiny for about 4 to 5 hours a night on 3 different characters, because I wanted to get everything that there was to get for all the different character classes, and like all the special weapons and all the hidden items and stuff. So that's pretty much what I did. There's only like there's only a few things that I had not gotten, other than like filling in grimoire pages, which is a task, in like a completely different task in and of itself. Let's see. How do I want to play this?
Must be my imagination.
Okay, so the orc is the lower level. I had to figure out which one was the highwayman and which one was the bandit. Because I can do that. But yeah, I played the hell out of Destiny after the Rise of Iron came out. So I've done all the content there is for that. And all the content that there will be going into Destiny 2. Ran the raids and stuff every week, you know. Did all the in-game content every single week, and all the basically just everything that you need to do to max out that game, because I really enjoy it. Even though, like, yeah, I mean, there's Yeah, it's a little tough. This particular mission. That's all right though. We'll make it. We'll get it, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I just really like. I really like the kind of game that Destiny is. There's plenty that you could complain about, like plenty that they just didn't get right when they first launched it, and a lot more that they could have done to make it a lot better. But I feel like, you know, Bungie knows what it's doing for the most part, and they'll fix it. You know, they've learned lessons from Destiny 1, and I feel like to think that they won't apply those lessons to Destiny 2 is kind of silly. So I think you'll see a vastly improved game when Destiny 2 comes out. It's gonna feel exactly like Destiny 1 except for some mechanical changes, but like, I mean, there's not really much you could do besides reinventing the wheel for Destiny as a formula. Just because there's nothing wrong with the gunplay. There's nothing wrong with the gunplay on a basic level. You know what I mean? It's a Bungie shooter, and Bungie is very good at building shooters. Yeah, I've got mods on here, Jay. I have a graphical mod that makes the water look a little better and behave a little more normally, or like real water. I have a graphical mod that adds more flora, like more flowers and more grass and stuff, so that the environments you're in don't look so much like barren tundra or barren desert and boring, or frozen desert, I suppose, because that's really boring to me. I have a mod that adds more foliage to trees. I have a mod that adds what they call immersive armors. Immersive armors being like more options for Imperial armor, more options for Stormcloak armor, more options for Alchemist and Conjurator armor, more options for Ranger armor and like Archer's armor. Just all kinds of little cosmetic tweaks that add a little more flavor to the armor sets that you find, and a little more variety to the armor set. But other than that, there's no real mechanical changes that exist. Oh, I also, because I'm a Zelda dork, I have the Master Sword somewhere here in the game, and I have the Hylian shield that you can build, and I have the Mirror Shield. But I don't have them yet, because I'm not at the point in the game where you can get them yet. Let me see here. I want to take care of this bandit. Excuse me just a minute. Answering a text message. Sorry. I do not have, I don't make mods. No, I wouldn't know how, because I don't know how to code. Let's see. I want to pick off these guys, or this one dude right here. Any more poisons? No poisons. turn around and you stay turned around.
What was that?
Got him.
Mind swinging that somewhere else. Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as... Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please. I see you wish to be reasonable. The name of the person you want is Mercer never... Carlia is the thief responsible.
Carlia killed.
Please. You have to... I don't know. Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell
There
him
we go.
worth more to him alive.
Oh, Dwarven Boots of Strength. Yes, please. That's awesome. Means I can break that shit down.
You needed to know more. You needed to know more. Now you're... Tell you what. If... Consider me your new friend in the north.
Alright. Dwarven Buckler.
You needed to know more.
Oh, yeah. There's light armor... There's heavy metal light armor shields now with this mod. Oh yeah, always with a shield, Seth. How's it going, buddy? I don't know. I just kind of feel naked without a shield. Like, you know, I guess you could look cooler by dual wielding weapons, but I always feel really naked without a shield.
You needed to know more?
No, I didn't need to know more. Okay. Ooh, almost. Over. Yeah. Ooh, too far. Too far back, maybe. Got it. But yeah, Blade of Woe is one of my favorites until I can get some better ones that come with the weapon mod that I have. Like there's better stuff that comes with the weapon and armor modification things that I have.
You needed to know more?
Ancient Nord sword, Dwarven sword, steel war axe. That chest is empty.
You needed to know more?
All kinds of little hidden goodies around here if you've got the space for them in your inventory. Highwayman mail. I think that was it. There's a way to open this door. Where do I... There we go. Hey, what's going on, Darren? Well, I mean, for Dark Souls, I don't really have an opinion on Dark Souls 2 because I can never get out of like the first 4 hours without getting bored. I just don't care for Dark Souls 2 in general. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my favorite Dark Souls. But for Dark Souls, I'm definitely a sword and shield kind of guy. Definitely. Let's see. So now I just need to go back to Mercer, I think. Let's go back to Mercer. And tell him. I have to tell him that Carlia is a bitch. He already knows. I had to tell him. Oh, God damn it. Get that I said Mercer, he's a bitch.
What did you need?
Interest you in some marksman training?
Did Gullamai give up any information on our buyer?
Hey, your eyes aren't crazy anymore.
No, it can't be. I haven't heard
How you
that
doing tonight,
in
Darren?
decades. This is grave news indeed. She's someone I hope to never cross
And Seth,
paths
if
with
I didn't
again.
ask you, how you doing tonight, sir?
Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild.
You're a liar,
After
Mercer.
we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished. Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her. If only we knew where she was. There's only one place that could be. A place where she murdered Gallus. A ruin called Snowvale.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We have to go out there.
That's all right,
before
though.
she disappears
I know
again.
people are busy, and my hours are odd for a lot of folks. At least in the U.S., my hours are kind of odd. Just because
Yes,
mean-
here's your payment for solitude.
midnight to
Prepare
3 a.m.
yourself and meet
Eastern.
me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers.
It's a little weird of a time slot, but that's fine.
Yeah, something.
Cornelia, give me a new piece of armor. Give it to me.
Well, I'm supposed to allow you to trade in one of... Of course. Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that. Tough luck for you, then. Come back when you have at least one of the pieces.
Well, shit. That means I gotta go all the way back to the Dawnstar Sanctuary. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Good to know.
Interest you in some marksman training?
Not yet. I need to go back to the Dawnstar Sanctuary so I can grab a piece of my armor. Oh, okay. Hi, Shadowmere. Yeah, that's not too bad of a time difference then. So is anybody does anyone have any excitement at all for E3? Anything anybody
How may I serve?
is wanting from E3 or anything you're excited about hearing? Personally, I'm not. There is nothing. There is nothing that I feel super excited for. Like, I don't know, like, there's just nothing that there's nothing I really care about that's going to be presented other than Destiny 2. But like, I have beta access to that, like when the beta comes out, and I've been following that for weeks anyway. So I know as much as there is to know about it until they, you know, they're going to show off a couple more, they're going to show off some more character classes. They're going to show off some more guns and things. But other than that, probably nothing major, no major news. Maybe a timetable as to when the beta's coming out. Hey, how's it going, Cotton? It's going pretty good over here. How you doing? Just talking a little bit about E3 and how I'm not very excited for anything to do with E3 this year. What else? Like, Nintendo, I cared until they did the Pokemon Direct thing and they didn't announce Pokemon Stars. Now I don't care anymore. Because I have a Switch and I have like 5 or 6 games for it. But all of the games I have, except for The Legend of Zelda, are better as multiplayer experiences. And I don't know anyone else who has a Switch because you just can't get them around here right now. Because like they sell out as soon as you get them, and nobody I know got one. And every game that exists on the Switch other than Zelda right now, and like Disgaea 5 or Disgaea, is it? Yeah, it's some sort of Disgaea game, which I don't really have any interest in. But every game other than that is like a multiplayer-centric experience, which is fine.
Well,
because
done or what? Well, I'm supposed to allow you to trade in one of your pieces. Of course. Your new piece,
you know, the Switch is supposed to be
Are you sure?
portable.
Once I exchange it for you, I'm okay. There you go.
So that's fine, but it just means that like most of the games that I have, I play in 10-minute bursts and then get bored. Sorry, responding to a text. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so since Nintendo didn't announce Pokemon Stars the other day, and I don't think they're going to announce it at E3 at all. I don't care about Nintendo's presentation. EA hasn't done any games that I care about in years, so there's not much from EA that I'm gonna really care about. Activision is Destiny.
Even if you're one of them, you better not.
It's to say
Bethesda might have something interesting to say. Maybe a new IP. Maybe some more stuff for Elder Scrolls Online. Maybe some stuff for the Elder Scrolls card game, whatever that happens to be. Let's see, what's my journal log? Meet Mercer Frey outside Snowvale Sanctum. Okay. I don't know, Microsoft is revealing the Scorpio, but because I hate Microsoft's consoles, I'm probably not going to care. Which I don't have anything against Microsoft. Like, I love my Sony, but I wouldn't consider myself a Sony fanboy. I just think that Microsoft doesn't know what it's doing with consoles, especially since I had like 5 Xbox 360s Red Ring of Death on me. So ever since then, I've just not cared about Microsoft's console stuff. Sony's going to have a knockout E3 presence, I'm sure. They'll probably talk about God of War. They'll probably talk about...
Got to thinking.
God, what else?
Beyond the Dragonborn. I just don't know it yet.
I mean, they'll have some shit, but nothing that I really care about. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot that has my interest in the gaming space at this point. Speaking with silence. Snowveil Sanctum. Let's go to Winterhold.
Trouble?
I never played the first Last of Us. It's one of those games that I decided not to play.
Where do you want to go?
Simply because like everyone was saying how amazing it was, and every time I hear about a game before I play it and I hear that much about it being that good, it's never that good for me. Because of the way people praise stuff all the time, my expectations are like, okay, this game better be the greatest fucking game ever. And when it's not, it's really disappointing. So if people start talking about games like that, I just don't play them. Or I wait for a really long time. Like I wait till the price drops, or I wait till they go on sale. Also, I'm just kind of tired of zombie stories. Like I know the monsters in The Last of Us are not technically zombies, but I'm tired of viral outbreak stories. I'm tired of humanity's like last stand against I'm tired of that archetype of story. Hey, what's going on, Zero?
Traveler, over here. Come on.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, Darren. How's it going, Zero? The shit?
Good. We're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside. No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead. Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here. Let's get going. I want her head on my mantle. ancient Nordic burial mounds are sometimes impenetrable. This one doesn't look too difficult.
I had tacos for dinner.
Quite simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these locks. All it takes is a bit of know-how and a lot of skill. That should do it. You. Carlia's been through here. What does she expect to find? Stench in here. This place smells like gas. Be on your guard. So it begins. Your end is near.
Alright, so let's see. No, I had Taco Bell on the way home from work.
Pull the chain over there and watch out for the spikes. Looks like Carlia reset all of the traps.
Might be gold on all these corpses. Didn't want the iron shield, but that's fine. Taco Bell's not pleasant no matter where you go, but at least as far as I'm aware, it's not really good food no matter where you get it from. But it's quick and easy. I don't really have anything to make here at the house right now because I need to go to the store and get some food for this week. Because I always cook all my lunch meals like before I go to work. I always cook at home unless I absolutely do not want to cook, and then I'll go get something quick to eat, but most of the time it's homemade meals for me before I go to work. But after work, all bets are kind of off the table because most of the time I get off like an hour before I start streaming, so I have to get home and like I would have to get home and make food and sit down and eat within like a half hour. And the easiest way to do that is just to go get food that somebody else has made. Move, Mercer. Get out of the way, Mercer. I don't know what that voice was. This one is Kajiit. Mercer needs to get out of his way. Oh, I see.
There's two more of them ahead.
Are you a burn victim? No. The shoes. Now I like to go mostly on Sundays. I go to the grocery store and get some food. And I go to a butcher shop and get meat. No, I didn't want that. Got to throw all this stuff I don't need away. Dump 2 of these. I have to get rid of this. One of my shoes. Alright. Well, hi, Cat. What are you doing? Yeah? Yeah, it's still Dark Souls 2. It's like I said, I don't have anything against Dark Souls 2. It's just it doesn't feel like Dark Souls for some reason. What, woman? Uh-huh, you want to go to bed? You can go to bed without me. Are you going to sit there and talk to me? Again and again? About all the things? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of bad here in Indiana too, depending on where you live. I live up near. I live near a college town and near a factory town, so good food can be kind of expensive. But at the very least, the good food is readily available. Like the little town that I live in is so close to the factory and the corporate, some of the corporate, not necessarily the corporate offices, but where they bring the corporate people for lunch and stuff, that you can find really good food and really excellent, like 5-star or 4-diamond restaurants in the little town that I live in. Yeah, my cat talks to me. She loves to talk. She just talk. She's silly. I know, baby. You can go to bed. Yeah. You can go without me. I know you don't think you can, but you can. But yeah, it's a nice little town. I like it here. I wish I had a bigger house, but I'm really bad at saving money. Just because I like to. I'm the kind of person that, like, I get enough money to where I could save a lot of money if I wanted to, but I love to buy things. Like, things I don't need, things that, you know, tiny purchases that add up over time. And you look back and you go, oh man, I could have put, you know, X amount of money towards a house, or X amount of money towards a new adult, like, you know, a big boy purchase. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just like important life purchases that I would rather spend my money on stupid shit. When I really shouldn't. I gotta get him before he turns around and whack. Can I go this way? Can I just go this way?
Who's there? So ends the lesson. What was that?
Come on, Mercer. Whatever. Grecian food sounds good. I'm not too versed in it. Like, I don't know. I don't have a super great knowledge of what's really, really good. But I love heroes. I had a friend of mine. His family was Grecian. And I went over to his house. I forget. I think it might have been Memorial Day. We went to play some Magic the Gathering. And we hung out at his house. And he made some killer food. I mean, he made some really good fucking food. Hi, cat. Yeah, I know. I know. It ain't not fair. Nobody goes to bed with the baby. She's old, man. I was thinking like I was thinking that she was like, you know, 6 or 7 years old, but she's close to 12 or 13 years old. And I didn't realize she was so old because I got her from somebody else, you know. Oh, that sounds good, man. Sounds like you got some killer food on the way. Yeah, I picked her up from a lady who raised her and her brother as show cats. And so she had my cat that I call Luna. She had Luna, and she had Luna's brother, and she had like 3 little ankle biter dogs. And
we're on the right track.
She's just she just, for some reason, she was looking to get rid of Luna, and she had tried to get rid of Luna like, I don't know, 5 times previously, but people kept bringing her back for whatever reason. And since I'm the only one that has kept her, and I've had her for like 3 years now, she is very clingy. She is very neurotic. Like she has definite separation anxiety and issues. Where like she will.
That door up ahead. It's perfect for hiding an ambush. Ready. She will freak out and hide in my closet when people come around that aren't familiar to her, like anybody other than myself and my mother, because she thinks that anybody new coming by is coming to take her away. So she hides, because she doesn't want to go. And let me see if I can remember. There's a way to do this without being seen. So yeah, she gets really weird when I go to work. She gets really weird when I'm out of the house for too long. So I just have to be careful. But no, she's pretty much like my little shadow, and she gets extra clingy when it's time to go to bed. Like she'll bug you and bug you and bug you till you finally go to bed. And then when you finally do go to bed, she likes to hold onto your arm and while you sleep. Something's near.
She likes to hug while she sleeps. Like she'll wrap herself around my arm while she's asleep or while we're in bed, and then she'll just stay there all night. That's where she likes to hang out. It sucks when you have an animal that's ill, because it's so difficult. Like you have to. I mean, it's kind of like taking care of a little kid. You know, you got to be there for him, but you do it because you love him to death. That kind of thing. But yeah, she's a cutie. She's a good little cat. Even if she does like to
the infamous Nordic puzzle door.
To be buggy. Excuse me.
Claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlisle already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlisle is close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving.
Oh yeah, yeah. She just loves to talk. Cats will also talk a lot if you're on the phone or if you're on a headset, because they don't know the difference. You know, they think that when you're making all that noise that you're just talking to them.
Honestly think your
You
arrow
know,
will
so
reach
they hear you make a noise and they're like, "Oh man, I can make noises. Hi, 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 Mao."
You're a clever girl, Carlisle.
Because, you know, you're just making mouth sounds talking to somebody and they're like, "Oh, I can make mouth sounds. I can talk."
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough. Otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
Hi. Yeah, I see you. Oh no.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history.
Alright, give me just a second, guys. I need to plug in my phone.
Has provided
I'll
me
be
the
right back. I
means
gotta
to
get my
rid of
charger.
you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling? No, I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. Wait. Come, coward. Now we fight! Your fate is sealed!
Sorry about that, guys. Hey, what's going on, Nibnabs? Hello, Paula.
Easy. How are you feeling? No. Had I intended to kill you, I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it more than you'll ever... All I had hoped was to Mercer must be brought before the guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder.
Cool. Skyrim's a pretty good game. And, Cotton, I have graphical updates to my version of Skyrim. I have mods that update the graphics a
My
little
purpose
bit.
before both of you arrived. I wish I knew.
I have a
It's
mod
the
that
only
upgrades
outsider Garrus trusted with
the way some of the
knowledge his
textures on
native
grass and
identity.
flowers and stuff look.
There were three. Perhaps I'll
I have a mod that
take these as
updates
well.
the textures on
They prove
trees.
useful for your journey.
An update or a mod that updates the textures on like water effects and how water flows. All kinds of good stuff. And so it all kind of comes together to make the game look a lot better. Let's see. Let's go to Winterhold. Actually, how close am I? How close am I to Winterhold? Oh, I can gallop right over there. So now we're going to go talk to Gallus to see what he knows. Or not Gallus. We're going to go talk to Enrir to see what he knows about Gallus and Mercer Frey. And then we're going... we're going to see what he has to say about the whole issue. Over here in Winterhold. I think we're about a third of the way through the Thieves Guild and Nightingale storyline, the main quests, because we still have the side quest of going through and doing a bunch of jobs in each town. And that bringing the prestige of the Thieves Guild back up to where it should be, and then that opens up another secondary quest line. When you get all that stuff done, they make you the leader,
and then exploded.
the official leader of the Thieves Guild.
Carlia, do you have Gallus's journal? Problem. No, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text.
Same. That's the way I play too.
Language. No, the court wizard of Mark. Word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy.
Alright, we gotta speak with Calselmo now. Gotta go to the court wizard of Markarth. Go ahead and fast travel to the keep. That sounds like it would be a tricky build to play, Zero. Just killing people by hurling stuff at them.
Look, I'm very busy. What are you doing here? The excavation site is closed. I don't need any more workers or guards. Magic. I'm sorry, Then you were well... I'm calling it Calselmo's Guide. Preposterous. You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to see it before it's completed. While I appreciate being an admirer, I'm sure you can appreciate the need to keep my research a secret. I'm not certain how many scholars you're accustomed to dealing with, but I can assure you very well. Perhaps when my research is complete, I'll feel more comfortable discussing.
Let's go ahead and disenchant some stuff. This will free up a little more inventory weight limit. Okay. Yeah,
Here to see.
I don't normally worry about enchanting.
The Dwemer Museum isn't open to anyone without. Because Cal, you have a problem with that? Go talk to him. You'll find him in front of the ruins during the day, just down the tunnel.
I don't bother with enchanting until I can make better weapons to use. Because I like to build my own armor sets and I like to build my own weapon sets.
I have things to study. What is it? Correct. If you deal with Nimi, I'll let you into enthusiasm. Good. Here's the key to the dig site.
Alright, so now I gotta go take care of the spider so I can get into the museum.
Oh, forgot. We're in city underneath the keep. Schuman's
Yeah, I'm going in here to whoop on this spider. Let me... killing this spider. Oh. Gotcha. Hey, Zeke, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, the poisons are great. That's like a secondary thing that I always work on, is making poisons. Alright, where's the big spider? Does she come out right there? Does she come out right there? There she is. See if I can get her to maybe turn around. There she go. And she did. Du, du, du. Du, 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 du. Du, du, du. Du, du, du. She dead as hell. Lost Expedition. So we'll do that later. We'll do the Lost Expedition. For now, we're just going to go back to, what's his cuts. Yeah, my dagger's doing 30 times damage because I have the Assassin's Blade and the backstab perk from the gloves. The Assassin's Blade allows you to do 15 times damage with daggers, and the Assassin's Gloves from the Dark Brotherhood set double that, so you end up doing like 30 times normal damage. So I can pretty much one-shot anything as long as I can sneak up on it. I'm pretty decent at it, but the way I play
You have my
is
promised is the key to the Dwemer Museum. Mind the displays. Quite right.
It's the way I play. Like playing a sneaky character in like any kind of Elder Scrolls game is always really good.
Disrespect the law, you disrespect me.
What a waste. There must be a dozen enemies. Calcermo called in his entire expedition here. Said he needed every man he could get to protect his research. Caught a case of rock chort. Othala and the hag's cure fixed me right up.
So now we gotta go. Well, Paula, what kind of character are you playing? You said you were playing a tank with... Let me look here. You're playing a tank with Dawnguard armor and Dawnbreaker. That's pretty good in and of itself. Just don't forget that you can shield bash if somebody's blocking, and it will break their guard, and you can get some extra hits in. Put plenty of points into heavy armor, and get the heavy armor perks that allow you to get more armor rating out of your heavy armor. That way, if you do take hits, you don't take too much damage. If you're going to stick with the Dawnbreaker and swords like it, the only perks that you should worry about in the one-handed column is Bladesman and the damage perks, because none of the others are very good until you get like closer to 60 or 70 one-handed. But early in the game, all you really need to worry about is raw damage. Pack plenty of potions. If you're focusing primarily just on like sword and shield and heavy armor, you should have plenty of room for something like I don't know, equip a heal spell in one of your offhands. Like you start the game with healing, so you automatically have access to that. learn to brew some potions. There are plenty of places online that will tell you what sort of mixtures make what kinds of potions, and carrying around plenty of healing potions is always really good. So just get a little more experience in crafting potions, and like the more experience you get and the more points you spend in alchemy, the better your potions get, so that helps your survivability. Other than that, the Dawnbreaker is a really good sword in and of itself. But if you can, also put some points into smithing, and if you're not going to bother enchanting stuff, at least get some smithing going, because you want, you know, high-end weapons once you get higher in level and the enemies start being able to take more hits. Yeah, alchemy can be a really big deal. Just for the simple fact that it's so effective. Let's see. Sorry, trying to figure out where the enemies are going to be coming from. But yeah, it's kind of daunting to play just regular old sword and board, or sword and shield in Skyrim. But once you get it down, and once you start figuring out like sorry, buddy. Mark Hearthguard's helmet. Sorry. Sometimes you can make a class based on alchemy, but alchemy is better served as a supplement to the primary class that you're playing. Like it's better to use alchemy to make things like poisons and health potions, which are really just a supplement to all the damage that you want to try and do with your other weapons and stuff. Like, you get more damage out of making poisons for your swords and bows. You get more benefit out of making straight up healing potions instead of potions of like better lockpicking or better sneaking or better archery. Like, you're better off just making you're better off making health potions, invisibility potions, and water breathing potions. And you're better off making poisons that either damage or slow or paralyze or do some combination of poison and paralyze or poison and slow. A good combination of herbs is Deathbell and Riverbeddy, because it will make a poison of slow that deals just as much damage as it slows the target down for number of seconds. So it'll do 30 damage and slow your target for 30 seconds. Which, if the 30 damage plus the damage modifiers that you get off your weapon is not enough to kill your enemy, it at least slows your enemy's actions down for 30 seconds as well. So you can just wail on them before they can hit you too many times and kill you. A mage. Okay. So, if you're a mage, you're going to want to focus on potions of healing, again, potions of invisibility, potions of water breathing, but you're also going to want to focus on enchanting, because you're going to want to have necklaces and robes and rings and extra stuff, like extra jewelry items that will let your magicka increase faster, and they will let your spells do more damage. They will let your spell effects last longer. They will give you more magicka. They will give you more health. Since you won't be able to supplement your armor very well except through spells, like if you're wearing light armor and playing a real mage role. On top of that, the only thing I can really suggest is when you start enchanting, try to make it so that you can enchant one item with 2 effects as fast as you possibly can, because there's a perk that you can get through enchanting that will allow you to enchant each item that you have with 2 different effects instead of 1. Sorry, I'm looking for the trap trigger so I can kill them without having to kill them. Or without having to mess with them. But yeah, because the sooner that you can... the sooner that you can make jewelry and items that give you 2 benefits at once, the better. Sneak around here, maybe. Maybe this is a way I can go. No. Where is the button? I have not heard of Skyrim for pimps. I think that's all I want is the key, because I can get in back this way. But yeah, hopefully that helps you out, Paula. I hope that helps you out. Because I mean, if I'm honest, I really don't have any like, oh, pro tips and tricks or anything like that. It's mostly just general guidelines for things that you need to try and get, you know, abilities that you need to try and focus on and stuff like that. Where is that door? There's a door back here. Oh, here. Here we go. Sometimes you can get lucky with these doors and open them inside out. It doesn't look like it's going to let me do that. Hey, how's it going, Delete? Alright, I'll see you in a minute, Zero. Oh, I kind of wanted to go back through that door, but it doesn't look like the game's going to let me. Alright, so let's see. Need to figure out. Figure out where we want to be here. So that was a thing. Yeah, I mean, it definitely follows, Skyrim definitely follows a lot of the beats and notes of, you know, of a lot of RPGs, but I mean, that's kind of the point of an archetype, you know what I mean? Like, it's a game archetype for a reason, just like a beat 'em up, or a 2D fighter, or a side-scrolling platformer, or, you know, like, you can't really fault it for, you know, being what it is. Like, it's not, in my personal opinion, you're not really going to squeeze very much out of the RPG genre when you stick to certain formulas, just because, I mean, that's inherent in genres, you know, sticking to certain formulas and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the nature of having formulaic archetypes in gameplay. But there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you put it together competently, like Skyrim or Dark Souls, or, you know, any number of RPGs that do well. But my favorites being, you know, Dark Souls, the Dark Souls series. Yeah, this is probably my favorite way to play the game, Delete, as a sneak-based dagger, bow, assassin. That's probably my favorite way to play. Hell, it's the way I always play. In fact, the only time...
Accidents like this don't just happen. Someone is trying to sabotage my uncle's research.
All right. If there is a thief, he won't leave this tower alive. But shouldn't we inform Master Calcelmo?
I'll deal with my uncle. Just go. Scour this place from top to bottom.
Alright. I kind of forgot they bring in people as soon as you get the rubbings. Kind of forgot that was a thing. Oh. But yeah, the only time that I don't play this way in an Elder Scrolls game is on Elder Scrolls Online. With Elder Scrolls Online, I tend to play as a light armored paladin, because with a particular build of the paladin, you can basically play the entire game solo. And, I mean, that's really useful for an MMO when you don't have a whole lot of friends that play. So it makes it a lot more fun. If you don't happen to have a lot of people or a lot of friends who play MMOs, or, you know, who wouldn't want to invest the time in Elder Scrolls Online. So yeah, having the option to play solo is always nice. I don't know. I think my total time on this particular copy of Skyrim is like 420 hours or 427 hours. But I also put a lot of time in on the PlayStation 3. So, I mean, it's got to be over. It's got to be over 500 or 600 hours, maybe. Which is just about. That's just about how I played. I wonder. That's just about how much I've played Dark Souls. Sorry, I got lost in what was going on.
Now I know who you are, and I know your business. This place, good folk we want to.
Sorry, answering a text message real quick.
You were at the wedding of the Emperor's cousin in Solitude.
But yeah, so. So yeah, I've probably put close to 500 or 600 hours in across PlayStation 3 and PC. The same with Dark Souls, and that's just the original Dark Souls. Who knows how much time I've put into the entire series. I know I put a lot of hours into Demon Souls. I put a few hours into Dark Souls 2 because it's not really my favorite. I've put quite a few hours into Dark Souls 3. The the Soulsborne games, all the Dark Souls series, Demon Souls and Bloodborne, those are probably my favorite games. Like, that as a series is probably my favorite of all time. Yeah, trolls are tough to beat, but they don't recover so well from fire damage, so sometimes it's a pretty good idea to use a lot of fire damage against them. Fireball.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
The flames, the flaming hand spell, I think it's just called flames. Anything fire-based kind of knocks them out pretty effectively.
Back, eh? I suppose it would... A rubbing, eh? Odd. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please.
Dark Souls is a game that a lot of people like to... They make it sound a lot more scary than it actually is. The thing with Dark Souls is that it is very much a game about give and take. It is very much a game about learning the patterns of your opponents, whether they're player-controlled or AI-controlled. The AI is a lot easier to learn than the player's activities. And then molding your playstyle so that you play cautiously and actively. Like, you have to balance the two. You have to know when to go in guns blazing and when to hold off with your shield up and take a lot of caution. And as you start to go through the game, and as you start to progress and get more familiar with the areas and the enemies that you're encountering, that gets a little easier. It's still intimidating and it's still difficult, but it's not insurmountable. It doesn't have to be a case of, oh, prepare to die or get good or blah blah. I feel like people that use that rhetoric a lot turn a lot of people off to Dark Souls who would find a way to enjoy Dark Souls if they gave it enough time and had enough patience. And the cool thing about all of the Dark Souls games is that the mechanics are built in such a way that, depending on how you build your character, dictates how easy or how much less complicated the game becomes for you. If you build let's take Dark Souls 1 for instance. If you build yourself as a sword and board warrior or as a two-handed sword warrior in heavy armor,
they respected Carla, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can.
Then you're going to have a harder time than someone who uses something like pyromancy or spells, because the pyromancy and the spells allow you to stay at a distance, and the way the producers make most things line up is they want you to fight in close quarters. So
if you ever managed, I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from
so if you build your character in the way to play around the game's mechanics, you can make the game much easier on yourself, or at least more tolerable until you get used to the difficulty curve. It's really...
The Twilight Sepulchre is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives.
It's really just a matter of...
Everything that represents Now it seems Mercer's broken his...
Just
I felt the same way
figuring out the game's patterns and moving with the game as it moves. Like Dark Souls... It's like I said, Dark Souls is not as scary as everybody says it is. It's just a matter of slowing down, figuring out what the game wants you to do, and figuring out how to exploit the way the game works. And like once you've done that, like it's not that bad. Yes, the game will still kill you when you're not expecting it. Yes, there are enemies that are unpredictable, and you will die a lot if you're not prepared. But it happens a lot less once you start to understand the ins and outs and the rhythms of a Dark Souls game. It's really cool to watch people who are really good at Souls. To watch somebody who is next level with their skill at it. I'm pretty good. I've gotten the Platinum Trophy for Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Bloodborne. I've never bothered to try for Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. But I could probably do it with enough time invested.
The mages have seen it nice.
but it's like, well, it just takes learning. It just something that takes time to learn.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Yeah, she does have purple eyes. Hold on, sorry. Answering a text message real quick. How's it going, Sasuke? Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I apologize. Let's see, where are we going? And yes, we are doing the Thieves Guild storyline right now. I've already done the Dark Brotherhood, but that's the only one that I've done so far. Let's see, where does Carlia want me to go? To meet with Carlia at the Ragged Flagon. So we'll go to the Thieves Guild. How you doing tonight, Sasuke? You doing pretty good? Starry skies. Wow, no, they won't let me go in through the front. Through the back. So I have to go down through the front. I have to go down through the front. Oh, Julius. Julius. Here we go. I am from the United States, Sasuke. Sasuke! Naruto! Naruto! Man, I love that show. I watched that show when I could as it came out. Like any time that I could catch a fresh episode, like straight out of Japan with subs, I would.
I'm glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the guild? Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the system.
But yeah, I followed that show forever. It's one of my favorites. Like it's really weird when you grow up with a show like that. You know, I'd never quite experienced.
One of us. You better not make trouble.
I'd never quite experienced something like that, like having a piece of culture grow up with you.
Protege, eh?
It's kind of cool. Come on, Carlisle, let's go. Alright, let's see here.
You better have a damn good reason to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Dallas's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out if what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, friend. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from a vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How can Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Could he pick his way in?
That door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
He didn't need to.
What's she on about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
He's robbed us blind.
Jules, it's all gone.
That son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
Fine. We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away.
Oh, you're back.
Look, before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Kylaya. I mean, everything. I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the Guild. Anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone.
Oh, my favorite Naruto character. My favorite Naruto character.
Aye. A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. Place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there. Just pays for the upkeep.
That's a good question.
Hired some lout by the name of Bold to guard the place.
You know, I find that, like, a lot of the secondary characters don't really stick with me.
Be careful.
And I don't mean like
this is the last place in Skyrim.
I don't mean like the other Leaf teams.
Just find a way. Get the information and leave.
Guys like Gara or Killer Bee or any of those guys. I mean like minor characters that you just don't think of, because it feels like kind of a cop out. But honestly, my favorite character in that show, the reason I kept watching, especially during Naruto Shippuden, what like you see, you know, Naruto, you see him grow and you see his attitude change.
Better question. Mercer took everything, even all of our like museums, keeps. I don't have. Without 2 keys, good question. If you can get past his train, what? No, I'd wager a well-placed shot at the. Mercer's. Talk to Vex. She used to know him very well. That's what I mean.
So
I can't believe this.
Like the cool thing about Naruto as a character is that, you know, yeah, he's a little, you know, typical anime, sort of one-dimensional. But as the show goes on and as the series continues, he grows, and you can see him mature to the point of like I don't know, he has a lot of character growth that's really subtle simply because the way they write him sticking to his guns on all of his beliefs. And it works out well because it keeps him from...
Been a while since I've seen one of those. Not like the stone was pried off of Baron. I think there some of the guild
it keeps him from being one-dimensional, but it also doesn't make it seem like... It makes him more realistic as a human being.
Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. That pig. Huh. The only thing Vald understands is... Sure, your best bet would be... Of course, you could just run him through and take what you need off his corpse. I could care less. While you're in there, help yourself to anything in Frey's Manor.
I mean, Naruto is probably my favorite, simply because of his...
owes you thanks for bringing this to light.
Need to stay focused and he comes back.
Just because...
Can't talk long. Gotta keep my eyes open for mercy.
I don't know, man.
Well, if you haven't, I think you'll find this payment to be more than fair. Well, if you happen to... This should compensate you for your find.
But yeah, like, Naruto is my favorite because he feels like the most well-rounded and grounded character.
I heard what happened.
Even though his character archetype is typical hero. They do enough to humanize him throughout Naruto Shippuden that despite his powers, despite his fate, despite all that other stuff, he still feels like a real human being. You know, he doesn't feel he doesn't feel flat as a character to me. And that's why he's my favorite.
I'd be a lot warmer, happier with a belly full of meal.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, his strength... You know, his strength was going to come regardless of whether he was a Jinchuriki or not. Just because, you know, it's not like he started out that strong. It's just his potential, the potential for his strength is much more, like, it has no, what's the word? Naruto's strength comes from his force of will. Yes, he is a powerful character in the things that he can do, but he can only do those things because of his sheer determination to never quit. Like, it's the show even touches on it itself, but it doesn't do a very good job of, like, explaining that, you know, it's very likely that he could have ended up just like Sasuke if it turned out he didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what sets Naruto apart is not necessarily what he's capable of doing, but what his sheer determination enables him to do. Because I don't know. It just doesn't feel like they wrote him into a corner that way just because he was what he was. You know, they did their best to humanize him despite that.
Lightly armored means light on your... Smart.
Let's see. Can we get through this one? Can we get through this one?
Seeing as how Riften is home to the Thieves Guild, maybe we can work something out if you have trouble with the law. For the right price.
Oh, Luffy.
It ain't true about you.
You know, I don't,
The Dark Brotherhood. Is it?
I've never watched One Piece. I've never read it, I've never watched it.
Sure. I'm a dirty.
I don't know. I don't know about One Piece. Where is Maven? Maven,
Protect
where are
yourself
you?
right. Buy armor from Grelka.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. Vald. He owes me a steep debt. In fact, a few years back, I commissioned a unique quill from Vald was tasked with getting it here safely, and the wizards called it the Quill of Gemination, and demanded a tremendous amount of gold to have it made. If you can locate the quill and return it to me, something Vald was too stupid to do himself, I'll consider the debt satisfied. Out of my way.
Blake Honrick. It's all right, Sasuke. Your English is just fine, good sir. I can understand you just fine. So it is all right. Let's see. It's not popping up on the map. Oh, nice. Lakeview Manor is a good one, because that will let you stock fish, including a lot of the fish that you need to make good poisons. The Rift and Fishery and Golden Glow Estate. Where is the Rift and Fishery?
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Should be up this way, shouldn't it? Yeah.
Why do you pursue me?
If it's a bed you need, talk to Kirava in the Bee and Barb. She'll set you right.
Paula, if you get the horse as a part of the quest line for the Dark Brotherhood, he is almost impossible to kill unless you drop him off a mountain. And even when he does die, he'll come back in a few days and be spawned outside of the town that you're in.
Trees. They're beautiful here. Reminds me of
Yeah, the horse is called Shadowmere. Sorry.
I won't go back
Let's see here. There's a boat somewhere.
Why? Why do you pursue me?
There's like a capsized boat here somewhere. Sorry guys, I gotta figure out exactly where it's at.
I could have left it. I could have put it back where it came from.
Let's see here.
You must take the lexicon. Free me of my the memory. You must take the lexicon. You must bring it to a Martian cell in the West. Return it to them. It must go back.
Alright, so we're not gonna bother with that right now.
I could have left it. I could have put it back.
Oh, here we go. Got it. My favorite to play as is the Kajiit, because I just like to play a sneaky character, and it's easy to play Kajiits as sneaky characters, because they start with a high sneak. Where is need to go? Need to find a door. I need a door. I don't normally end up taking a wife or a husband when I play.
Sure. I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
Maven. Maven, where are you?
Can I help you?
Yes. Where's your mom? Where's Maven?
Fancy yourself. I was trained by some of the finest warriors in all Skyrim to wield them.
legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Okay, she's probably in the meadery. That makes sense.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. What in the name of oblivion do you want? Really? I wrote that? Well, I give this document to Vald. It frees him from the debt, but I never want to see him in Riften again.
Okay, so just a little bit less, a little bit more. Bang.
Place here.
Look, I was gonna let you off the hook, homie. I was gonna let you go. You had to go and be smart.
What do you want, Pat?
You had to go and be smart. Let's see. Well, I wanted to let him off the hook, but he wouldn't let me. But now I need to go and get cleaned up
Start keeping a knife in
before I...
Tired of getting disarmed.
Let me see if I can save, actually. Can I save? New save. Okay. So I need to get cleaned up for bed and all that nice bullshit. So I will see you guys later. Thank you all very much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. I try to stream most nights from midnight U.S. Eastern to 3 a.m. U.S. Eastern. So if you guys want to tune in again, just subscribe and hit the little notification bell. That way you'll know when I go live. And I will see you all again. I don't know about tomorrow because I'll be working late tomorrow. But Sunday I try to stream from about 5 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time U.S. Sometimes till 3 a.m., sometimes till a little bit earlier. Just depends on how tired I feel. So definitely drop by on Sunday. Maybe I'll play some Dark Souls or something. I don't know. Maybe some more Skyrim. I haven't quite decided yet. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. Have a very good night, and I will see you all again probably on Sunday. Have a good night, guys.